This is 26 Sports talking about top ranked show last night. First off, we have Javier Martinez who came in undefeated and took on Dante Stubbs and got a little more than he expected. Javier first started out pretty good, was in control throughout the fight, but did have a few slip ups that led to him being knocked down by Dante Stubbs. And he wasn't particularly hurt, but it was a good shot, put him down. uh, raised some questions about his vulnerability and how he can react. He did react pretty well as he was able to come forward throughout the rest of the fight as Stubbs appeared to gas out, and Javier Martinez was awarded with a decision victory following the fight. Next up was Carlos Balderas, who came in and pretty much just said, I got things to do after this. So he came in, blitzed his opponent out in the first round with two knockdowns. And after the second knockdown, referee decided to just call it an evening. And Carlos Balderas was awarded the knockout victory and went home following this. And we'll see what comes next for him as he still tries to regroup from his first professional loss. The fight of the night more than likely had to be Miguel Contreras and Hector Tanahata, as both fighters were looking to rebound from their first professional losses on the same card in July, as Miguel Contreras was actually knocked out and Tanahata was stopped and blitzed by William Cepeda. In this fight, Tanahata came out, looked real sharp early on, appeared to take a big lead. Um, of course, Contreras was coming forward, but neither fighter seemed to really stun or hurt the other. Again, Tanahata appeared to have pulled forward a bigger lead through the early parts of the fight. But as the fight wore on, Contreras started landing more thudding shots, started to get in a little bit closer, and make the scorecards appear closer. Most fans still, and media alike ringside, believed that Tanahata was the rightful winner of this fight. But once the scores were actually read, it was given as a draw, a split decision draw, as all three judges had seen different fights apparently. Next up was the return of Gabriel Flores from his first professional loss as he took on Abraham Montoya. And same thing here, Gabe Flores had a little bit more issues than many expected. Montoya was a fighter who was a little bit wild, slow, and kind of reckless, but was landing shots on Flores throughout the fight. Flores appeared to get a lead early on, and Montoya's relentless pressure and attacking style appeared to trouble and give Flores a lot of issues. As the fight wore on, these shots started to appear to land more and more and seemed to buzz Flores. Following the fight, it was really questionable as to who was the winner. Judges all had different views. One saw it as a draw. The other two gave it to Flores with a score of 6 rounds to 4, which prompted boos from the Fresno crowd. And Flores saying that he felt they were going for Montoya because Montoya came out to Mexican music, which, hey, it is what it is. Believe what you want to believe. But Flores was given the victory, but questions still remain following this fight, as this was supposed to be a softer touch for him, and it did not appear that way at all after 10 rounds. The main card first fight came as Joey Gonzalez took on Gio Santismia, and it was a good close fight. Lots of back and forth, but Joet appeared to finally start to break down his opponent, which prompted the referee to stop the fight in the ninth round after a right hand shot landed for Joet, who now won the eliminator match. Then we seen the pro debut of Richard Torres Jr., the Olympic silver medalist, and to be honest, it was a fun but sloppy fight. Torres knocked his opponent down twice in the first round. The second knockdown was not given to him as it was called a slip, which actually ended up leading to Flores getting cut from a headbutt after that wild exchange. And in round two, with the blood streaming down towards his face, he just put on a beating and knocked his opponent out. After he knocked him down the second time in the second round, the referee this time did say that was enough, and Torres won his pro debut. The main event of the evening was Jose Pedraza versus Jose Ramirez in a 140-pound eliminator, as both fighters are looking to put themselves back in the title picture. Ramirez was coming off his first loss, and Pedraza was on a 3-fight winning streak. Ramirez seemed to really come out a little bit more calm and tentative at the beginning, but was still the aggressor. Pedraza seemed to be waiting more for his counter opportunities, which never really appeared to show. Ramirez landed a lot of shots, did great work with the jab early on, which seemed to bug and bother Pedraza, who seemed to be caught between styles, as I said, seemed to want to counter, seemed to want to jump inside, but every time he did jump inside, he would end up getting caught with something. He did land some flush shots later on during the fight to stun Ramirez a couple times, but not do enough damage. Uh, Ramirez was awarded the unanimous decision 8 rounds to 4, 116, 112. Pedraza gave a lot of heart and a great effort as always, but Ramirez returned to his winning ways and has now strictly put himself back in the title picture with a possible title shot coming in the summer versus Jose Cepeda, who have met before. That was the recap of Top Rank's fights from March 4th, 2022. Thank you. Photos brought to you by Tracy Martinez from 26 Sports.